Hello you guys, welcome back. Today I wanted to make a video on just this awareness that I've kind of been reminded of lately, and that is of just really being present in the moment, especially while I'm kind of in an in-between phase of creating something or manifesting something. I feel like it's really important to have a very strong vision of your life and how you want your life to look. And it's really important to have goals that we're striving towards and things that we're working on. And I, for instance, have very big goals for this YouTube channel, and I obviously want it to reach a larger audience, and I want my videos to be a certain kind of way, and I really want to be able to engage with more people and just like really truly genuinely like find my people who resonate with what I'm talking about, and just be able to, you know, connect more deeply and interact with people that I feel like are like-minded to me. And I have a very strong vision for how it is that I want my life to look and how I want to feel and what I want to be wearing and what I want to be doing and like what I want to be doing for work and all of that. And I think it's really important to have knowing and awareness of how you want your life to look, because otherwise you're kind of just living at the hands of circumstances or what other people want for you. And obviously there is a lot that is outside of our control, but we also do have a lot of free will to be able to create our lives and just be creative in how we want to express ourselves, and we have the ability to create certain circumstances for ourselves or get ourselves in certain situations and really curate our life to our liking. And so while I think it's really important to be doing that, I think at times I can definitely get tunnel vision, and I think a lot of us can, and I think we can get really focused on results and on you know, like the end results, and on just when things are coming to fruition, and just really like kind of ignore or disregard the magic that is right here in this present moment, and especially in the creative process of like bringing something to life. I just feel like it's such a special time, and it's such a special thing to be able to really genuinely be present while knowing that you are like actively creating something and that you are actively changing your life, and to know that like, okay, right now my current circumstances look like this, but I know that very soon things are going to shift and change, and I have awareness that I am like building this right now. I feel like we so easily can just be frustrated with our current circumstances or disappointed or annoyed because they're not looking how we want them to look, because we have that goal in mind. But we forget that like this is a huge portion of our lives, and it's really like there's just like a lot of medicine here, and I feel like a lot of like intentionality. Like it's very specific where you are right now, and I feel like it's very specific the unfolding of our lives, and I really truly believe in divine timing, and so I just feel like there's always so much to be offered in every moment. And I think back to like when I moved to LA, and I had, you know, decided like at the beginning of January, at the beginning of the year in 2021, I was like, okay, I want to move to LA this year in the next 6 months. I had like no savings, and I set this goal for myself, and I just remember being like, okay, I'm gonna work 2 jobs, I'm gonna get a second job, and I'm just gonna grind for, you know, 6 months, and then I'm gonna move to LA. And sure enough, I got a second job like a week later, and I grinded. I sure did grind a lot. And I just remember being at my jobs, and like it was such a special time in my life and such a potent time in my life. I was also reading How to Be Supernatural, or How to Become Supernatural by Dr. Joe Dispenza. I don't know why I can't remember what the name of that book is. Is it How to Become Supernatural? Anyways, it doesn't really matter. If you look up Dr. Joe Dispenza, you'll be able to find the book and you'll know which one I'm talking about. But I was reading that at the time. I had like seen that book online years prior, and I feel like I somehow manifested it because I really wanted it. And then my coworker at this job ended up gifting it to me randomly without me even saying anything about it. He was just like, I have this book and I feel like you would really like it. Completely changed my life. Love that book. And I feel like that book really helped me to like move to LA, like genuinely changed my life, helped me move to LA, helped me, you know, embody new versions of myself and manifest, and really helped me to understand the science behind how manifesting works, great book. I'm going off on a tangent, but I love that man, and I'm very grateful for the knowledge and the wisdom that he shares. So I was reading that book. I was working 2 jobs, and I think I'd like deactivated my Instagram for quite a while during that time. And I was just going to the gym and focusing on myself, and I was journaling a lot, and I was going to the park a lot, and I was just like visualizing all the time what I wanted my life in LA to be like, and I would just daydream about it. And I had so much conscious awareness in that moment that like I am building, and I knew tangibly that very soon my life was going to be different. And I just remember posting on Instagram and being like, you guys, when you see me in LA, when I finally moved there, just know that I will have consciously created the fuck out of whatever I'm experiencing there, because I was putting in so much work. But what was special about that time is that I was really present in knowing that I was creating, and in knowing that my current circumstances in that moment were temporary, that I wasn't going to be living at that house much longer, that I wasn't going to be working those jobs much longer, that I was going to be coming into a lot of newness. So although I was like so excited to move to LA and so excited that I was like tangibly creating this, and I knew it was coming in the next couple of months, I was also really able to just soak up and like genuinely appreciate where I was at the time. And just like, I don't know, it just felt special like within myself to know that I knew, to know that I knew where I was in the moment and what I was creating. And it just felt like this cool like little secret with myself. And I just think that it's just so important to really like honor that time as well. And I understand getting frustrated, and I understand getting tunnel vision, but it's just like, I don't know, I genuinely believe that like every phase of our life just has so much like medicine available. Like you're there for a reason, and odds are that things are going to shift and change very soon anyways, and you really can never get back your current circumstances. I also think about right now, I have like goals and dreams of moving out and living on my own again, and I'm very excited to do that. But I also adore my roommates right now, and the reason that I even wanted to move in with girls is because I figured that eventually I'd probably live with a romantic partner, and I just wanted to experience like what it would be like to live with girls. And I am so glad that I did that. And so now I just think like, I don't know, when I go downstairs and my roommate's down there, and then we end up spontaneously hanging out, or like I get home from a date and I just get to like tell my roommate in the kitchen like how it went, I'm like, wow, these moments are so precious and they aren't gonna last forever. I just always really try to just soak up wherever it is that I'm currently at, because whether we want it or not, things are going to shift and change. That's just like the truth of this reality, that things are always changing. So yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to give a little reminder, because I feel like it's just, yeah, it's so easy to get caught up in the excitement, that we can really ignore that there's probably a lot of really, really, really magical things going on in your life right now. And things have probably changed for the better, you know, in a lot of ways. If you've been like really putting in effort, like for me, I think I can, yeah, get so tunnel vision. I'm so excited for these goals, and I want to like quantum leap in my life. But I look back, and I just was reminded by looking back at my like Finsta account, where I just fucking dump any emotional thing I'm going through. And I saw a post that I had posted on there from like February, where I was so miserable at my job. I was so miserable in my breakup, and I was so confused, and my nervous system was so wrecked, and I was just like in such a dark place. And I knew that I was in a dark place back then, but like really reading that, I was like, oh, holy fuck, that shit was really dark. Like I was really, really down bad. And now I have this new job that is wonderful and amazing, and I'm completely over that breakup, and I'm separated from that person. And that in itself is huge, because like that relationship was something that I just could not get away from. I kept doubting myself, and I kept doubting my decisions, and if I was making a mistake by ending it, and I just felt like I couldn't remove myself. And just the mere fact alone that like I have like utter and complete peace with that relationship ending is huge. And so it's just like, wow, it was really eye-opening for me to see that like things really have changed a lot already for the better. And although like obviously we always, I feel like as human beings, are striving for more, and like I want to move, and you know, I want to do YouTube as my career, and I want my life to look a certain way. I really just have to sit back and appreciate how far I have come in a very short amount of time. And you can blow that up and look on a larger scale as well, and that's when it gets like really fucking crazy, because it's like, I think back to 4 years ago when I was wanting to move to LA, and I just think about all the things I've experienced since I moved out here, and all of the ways that I've changed, and all the ways that I've grown, and all the people that I've met, and just the things that I've experienced. And it's so beautiful, and it's just so fucking cool. So I just think it's so important that, like, as much as we strive, we just really need to have a healthy relationship with it, and be able to just really have like pure gratitude for where we are now and how far we've come, and just to remember that that in between is a large portion of your life, and you can't just reserve, you know, your feelings of happiness and joy and gratitude for when certain things come to fruition, or else like you're just not gonna live a happy life. Like, we just need to try to like soak it up and make the best of whatever current circumstances we're in, and just like genuinely have fun and do what we can to curate things to our liking in the moment. Like, even if you're not exactly where you want to be, I'm sure there's little changes that you could make to just make things feel better to you, or to like to be excited, or even like in your room, I'm so big on just like making it cute and having like fun lighting, and like lighting incense and just like adding to the experience. Or in my car right now, like, this is not, you know, my dream car. This was my great grandpa's car that I was so blessed to receive from him, because I crashed my car. I didn't have a car for a long time, and I was blessed, and I was gifted this car. And, you know, obviously I have a vision of like my dream vintage car that I would like, but I have all these cute little like dainty girly stickers that I put in my car because it makes it feel good, and it makes it feel cute, and it makes me like enjoy being in here more. So I just feel like we have so much free will to be able to kind of curate things, even if it's not like, you know, ideal, exactly what we want ideal yet. We can still make things really, really nice for ourselves. And we can still learn so much in this moment. We can still experience so much in this moment. So I just feel like it's very, very important that we just stay open-minded, and that we stay flexible to things maybe not going exactly how we planned, or in the way that we planned, and open ourselves up to being surprised, and really just allow ourselves and give ourselves permission to be happy now, and to just like enjoy our current circumstances like completely and fully, and to just like know that, you know, I don't know, there's just so much potency in the creative process. I also think about how I've like recorded so many videos that I didn't feel satisfied with, or I didn't feel like I articulated my points in the way that I wanted, like perfectly, and I rarely feel really, really good about the videos that I post. I generally like actually can feel really satisfied, but you know, obviously it's like, okay, I wish I would have expressed this more, whatever. Sometimes I record videos and I don't end up posting them at all because I just don't feel great about them. And I'll think like, damn, like, I don't know, initially I can think like that was a waste of time, or I can just kind of be bummed that like I didn't record something that I ended up sharing. And I think it's really important to remember that like, it's also not about, you know, sharing things all the time. It's not about that end result. Like, obviously I do want to share these videos with people. That's like my goal with recording them right now. But every single time I record, I still walk away like learning so much about myself. Every single time. Whether it's like I learn something new about my camera, or like how to edit, or if it's like, you know, as I'm explaining, like when I talk in these videos, I watch it back and I learned so much about myself. It feels like I'm processing things in real time, and it feels very cathartic for me, and it's just interesting sometimes to see what comes up, because I don't always plan these. So it's really eye-opening for me, actually. It's a really interesting process. Or even just recording myself and then like knowing what I was thinking about as I was talking, and I don't know, recording yourself is just really interesting within itself, because you really get to like separate yourself from your thoughts. Because like there'll be times where I'm like talking and I know what I'm thinking, and I watch it back and I'm like, oh, you were doing fine, but like my brain was telling me that, you know, I'm not articulating myself well enough or something. So I don't know, it's really just, it's a very interesting experience. That's also a whole nother tangent. But I just feel like with any creative process, whether you make art or music or whatever it is, it's like, it's not always about like it being shared or it being received. Like there's just so much potency in the journey and in the experience of creating within itself. And I just feel like as long as you can really stay open and just be open to having an experience, and maybe, yeah, things don't go how you want. Maybe I'm bummed that I didn't get to post that video, but I learned about myself. Or I actually, my cousin just sent me a newsletter from this person on Instagram. I will post it here, a link to like their Instagram account. They're super awesome, and they make like these different slides about like the creative process. And this person was talking about how, like, yeah, maybe you created something that you didn't like, but you went to like the, you know, art supply store to buy supplies for this project, and you ended up meeting somebody, or now you know where this cool place is, or you discovered something new, and maybe the project didn't turn out how you wanted, but it's all about those like precious little moments, you know, in between and during. And I just feel like we just have to stay open to that magic, and really just value that, you know, because that is like the sum of what makes up our entire life. And so, yeah, I don't know. I think we just have to be a little bit less rigid and just a little bit open to just enjoying the journey, you know? So yeah, I just feel like it's all a part of our life experience, and every little piece of it is so worthy of our attentiveness and of our love and our appreciation and our curiosity and our intrigue, you know? And yeah, I truly just believe that life feels so much more potent and magical when we are really, really, really like attuned to it and really present and really just like immersed in all of it. So I really have been remembering this lately. I know this is a very cliche topic or something that's said a lot and it's very obvious, but I feel like sometimes these like reminders of these very, very simple things are actually really, really important. And so, yeah, I feel like I've been less crazy anal about just like wanting things to be a certain kind of way. And I've just been realizing like how many blessings are in my life right now and how far I've come, and just like how fun my current circumstances are. And I just feel like I'll be able to enjoy when I feel like things have really taken off even more, because I know that like I was aware throughout the process and I was consciously creating it, and I enjoyed the entire thing, and I made the most of my circumstances the whole time. And I just feel like that's such a special thing for us to be able to do, and it's never too late to start. So yeah, I just wanted to give that reminder. And okay, my camera keeps overheating. I have to go, but I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. And I will see you guys again soon, okay? I love you so much. Bye.